Do you find it difficult to get your students to practice their speaking skills? Perhaps you teach a monolingual class and it's very difficult to get students to speak in English to each other when they might just revert back to their own languages. It's also very difficult when there's simply one teacher in the classroom and lots of students. It's very difficult to monitor to see if they're actually using their English when they're doing a spoken production task. And also, as there's only one of us, it's very difficult for us to spread our time to practice speaking with our students. Today we're going to be looking at an addition to ChatGPT where students can practice their speaking as if they were speaking to a person. Let's take a look. So students will need to open their app, their ChatGPT app. Once they've opened it, they'll need to press this microphone button, as you can see here. Once they've pressed this button, they'll have the opportunity to listen to the different voices that ChatGPT presents them.
Hey, I'm ready to hit the ground running, so if there's anything you'd like me to focus on first, just let me know.
Hey there, I've got a really great feeling about us teaming up. How can I jump in and help?
Hey, it's great to meet you. How's your day going? I'm really looking forward to working on some cool stuff together.
Hi there. I just want to share how thrilled I am to work with you, and I can't wait to get started. So what's the game plan?
Let's give it a go.
Hi there. I just want to share how thrilled I am to work with you, and I can't wait to get started. So what's the game plan?
I want to book a table at a restaurant. Can you help me?
Which restaurant are you thinking of, and what date and time would you like to book the table?
So I'd like to book the table for tonight for 4 people. We're celebrating a birthday and we'd like to book the table for 7:30 p.m.
I understand that you want to book a table at a restaurant for a group of people at 7:30. Could you let me know which restaurant you're interested in and how many people will be attending?
Absolutely. We would like to book a table at the Italian restaurant in town, and there will be 4 of us.
Great. I'll help you with that. Do you know the name of the Italian restaurant, or should I find the information for you? Also, would you like to make any specific requests for the table, like being near a window or having a quiet spot?
So that's just one example of a conversation that you could have. And you can actually see the conversation that we had with ChatGPT in writing as well. So you'll notice it's not 100% correct. ChatGPT, as we know, does hallucinate. So before you use the transcript, just make sure it's appropriate and it's what you said. You'll notice here a bit of what looks like Welsh to me, but it could be a completely made up language. This time we're going to try another conversation. So let's start again. Hi ChatGPT, I was wondering how we're able to have a conversation when you're just essentially an AI, or are you a real person?
I'm actually an AI, not a real person. I'm designed to understand and respond to your questions and requests as naturally as possible. My responses are generated based on patterns learned from a large amount of text, which helps me simulate a conversation like we're having now. It might feel like chatting with a person because of how I'm programmed to interact, but it's all done with algorithms and data. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah. So at the moment I'm writing an essay on whether it's better to live in the countryside or the city. And I just wondered your point of view. Do you prefer living in a city or out in the countryside?
That's an interesting essay topic. If I were to have a preference, it would depend on what someone values most in their lifestyle. The city offers convenience with access to a variety of services, entertainment, and job opportunities. It's usually more vibrant and fast-paced with a mix of cultures and experiences. However, it can be noisy, crowded, and sometimes stressful. On the other hand, the countryside offers peace, natural beauty, and a slower pace of life. It's great for people who enjoy outdoor activities and want a closer connection to nature, but it can also feel isolated, with fewer amenities and opportunities nearby. In an essay, you might want to explore these trade-offs and consider how they impact different aspects of life, like health, work-life balance, and social.
So as you can see, the GPT goes on, and it's a voice chat which essentially simulates your students having a spoken conversation with a person. So you can use this tool for many different purposes. As we said, you can have students using this for autonomous study, so practicing their spoken production in their own time perhaps. You could also get them to have a group conversation, so to have groups of students or pairs of students have a conversation with the GPT. And this is really useful because you can get students to download or copy and paste their conversations into a Word document. So you can see their grammatical structure and you can see how the GPT responded as well. So this is not only a good way for students to practice their spoken production, but also an activity that you can actually mark to see what they spoke like and how they formed their sentences and what vocabulary they used as well. If you do teach an exam preparation class, a tool like this is really useful just to get students answering some questions that they might be asked in their exams. Perhaps their first or their advanced Cambridge exams, or perhaps even their IELTs or their TOEFL speaking. You can also use this tool as a teacher if you don't want to type into GPT. And it can help you sort of bounce your ideas off for lessons or lesson plans or activity ideas or a simple brainstorm. Do remember that this tool is only available on the app and not on the desktop version. So do let us know what you think about this tool. Do you think it would be more useful for you as a teacher, or would this be something that you get your students to use to practice their spoken production? Do feel free to share in the comments. We love hearing your thoughts on these tools that we share in these videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and you can also head over to our website at ELTcpd.com to find our teacher training courses and also to subscribe to our newsletter to hear when more videos like this go live. Thanks for joining us and see you next time.